Roughly a third of employees at the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency have left their jobs since the start of the year, and now as more job cuts loom, there are concerns about how all this could affect everything from U.S. security to technology that protects utilities and election systems. To learn more, we welcome Dr. Nadia Bliss, Executive Director of ASU's Global Security Initiative. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, what is that?
Okay, so CISA, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, is a component agency of the Department of Homeland Security. It's a reasonably new agency. It's been in existence since 2018. The precursor was stood up in 2007. It does a lot of work on identifying, preventing, and mitigating cyber attacks on critical infrastructure. So critical infrastructure includes sectors like water systems, transportation systems, nuclear systems, supply chains, all of those things where sort of the cyber touches with the physical.
And this is the nation's top cybersecurity agency, correct?
It's especially in context of domestic cybersecurity.
Yes.
You can think about Cyber Command and the National Security Agency that look at it more from the Department of Defense national security perspective. But yes, from a federal perspective, CISA thinks about cybersecurity and infrastructure security for the United States homeland.
And so now we have a total workforce cut of about 1/3. What does that tell? Well, it's got to be of concern.
So as I mentioned in the beginning, when I was sort of describing the agency, this agency is reasonably new. The reason it was set up is that it's addressing emerging threats, and those threats are only accelerating. So I do not envision a slowdown of cybersecurity threats on our critical infrastructure. Even just this morning, I was watching the news getting ready, and they were talking about the cyber attack on the supply chain that's affecting supermarkets. So yes, it's definitely a challenging times in cybersecurity.
And it sounds like the president's budget has another 17% cut from this particular agency.
Well, the budgets are still in the midst of discussions, but I do think this is an area that it is very important to prioritize federal investments. I also see it our nation adversaries, such as, for example, China, there's increasing attribution of attacks on critical infrastructure to the Chinese government. So especially in that context, it's very important that that agency is robust.
And we should note there are reports that all senior officials right now have left the agency, so that needs to have the impact on power grids, for example.
Yes.
What do we see here?
So here's the thing that's kind of challenging. Critical infrastructure is managed in a very heterogeneous manner and very distributed manner. A huge function of CISA is coordination, and it's set up with the proper incentive structures to really focus on mitigating the threats. So they're not worried about, losing market share. They're not worried about disclosing information that's going to affect the consumers. They manage specifically the protection of homeland infrastructure. So that is why it's incredibly important to have that coordination agency and to have that coordination function, especially for things like utilities.
Yeah, water utilities.
Exactly.
And power grids and such. What about election systems?
Yeah, so a cybersecurity and infrastructure security agency has been exceptionally rigorous in protecting U.S. elections and mitigating. Basically, our elections have been secure, and there's been clear evidence from a computer science perspective. I'm a computer scientist. So that function is another very important function, especially as we consider the increasing rise of peer adversaries.
And you mentioned, the idea of China disrupting and other nations disrupting. I know the Trump administration has talked about disrupting them and taking taking command and being the aggressor. Well, that usually signals a response. We better be ready for the response. Are we ready for that response?
That is an incredibly important point, Ted. I am not inside the government, so I will not comment on whether or not we are ready. But I will say that at a moment when we're positioning for a potentially offensive cyber, it is incredibly important to have people in position to protect the homeland because that retaliation is guaranteed.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. So, I mean, what kind of reaction are you hearing from, at least on Capitol Hill? I mean, what are leaders saying about that? Are they just sitting back and just watching this happen? What kind of response out there?
I have not talked to folks on Capitol Hill about this specific budget element, but I am getting a distinct sense that there is clear prioritization of cybersecurity, at least within the expert community. So the people that have been leading cybersecurity research and development, leading cybersecurity science and technology, leading implementation and deployment, and I mean, quite frankly, amazing people at Department of Homeland Security that have been leading these efforts. There is clear articulation that this is a really important capacity for the U.S. to have, especially in this particular moment in time.
Yeah, certainly something to watch out for. Nadia Bliss, again, ASU Global Security Initiative. Good information and good to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.